Wagwan? I tried calling you, but I couldn't reach you. I just wanted to know if you were okay. If you were really, really okay, If you're happy. Are you happy? I wish we could have talked on the phone, man, so I could hear your opinion on this or your thoughts on this. If you're really okay. But hey, if you're not, you shouldn't be afraid of dark days. Call me.
Thank you so much for joining me and for making time for this. I just wanted to kind of get into it, Kiasi, about what inspired your journey into championing mental health in the first place.
Thank you very much, Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
So what championed me to start mental health advocacy is a sibling of mine.
Mm-hmm.
She became a patient of psychiatry in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing her go through the ordeals of the mental health system in Kenya and whatnot, I thought that this is an opportunity to speak out and talk about what mental health is all about. And whatever illness that she was going through, there was a lot of stigma shrouded in the whole mental health. Nobody wanted to speak it out. I could hear hushed voices in the family, the doctors. It wasn't very clear. So I decided, what, this has to stop. This is just an illness, just like any other, and it needs more candor. So what that an organ of which is the brain can become sick. It's like any other organ. So can we stop with the stigma and the notions that are negative about such an illness?
True. Now, before you found out that your sister had a mental illness, was there any change in behavior that made you guys think that, we need medical attention?
Okay, she had always been different, and so we thought maybe it's a characteristic of her. Different family members have their different characteristics. So me growing up as a sibling and my other sibling, we thought, okay, this one is different, and probably it's because the way we have grandmothers. My grandmother was sort of very mkali. That translates into she was a bit harsh, yeah. So we thought she had taken up that characteristic.
Okay.
But as time went by, and she was taken for a diagnosis, is when we thought, okay, so this was it all along.
When you say different, what do you mean exactly?
Different in a way. Different, I mean. When the symptoms of the mental illness were showing, what happened was when they were in class 8, they took a trip. She was a member of the One Life community. So during this last trip of being class 8, they went to Malindi. And so during the movie night, they watched a movie, Men in Black. If you remember Men in Black, it had some aliens or something like that. Yeah. So while they were watching, what we were told is, because it was now reported by other students and the teachers who were there, that she started screaming. So since I wasn't there, we don't know what triggered the screams, what triggered the. I don't know if it was the Men in Black or it was something that had built up to that point, right?
Yeah.
So when she came back, she was taken to the psychiatrist clinic, and after that is when she was diagnosed. Yes.
Oh, but by that time, how old is she?
Class 8, class
13,
13, 12 there, yeah.
Oh. So how has the journey been so far? Taking care of your sister, yeah.
Okay, so mental illness has a ripple effect on family members. So it creates tension, uncertainty. At that particular time, I was just observing, and from my point of view as a sibling, I used to really wonder what's up with her, because nobody explained to me. Either because my parents were also trying to figure out what's going on, what's this that is, taking place. So, and then when I went back to school, of course, now leaving her to recover and all that, even the students were also asking, Njeri, I was told, where is Lillian? My sister is called Lillian. Is she okay? Is she coming back? They were also part of the whole scenario that took place in Malindi, and so they were wondering what could have happened. Is she coming back to school? Is she okay?
Oh, so after the whole after the scenario, after that whole scene happened, she didn't go back to school.
Yes, she did not go back to school. But I continued with my education. So going back, so I was flabbergasted at what do I explain? What I don't know. I realized I don't know. So I went back to my parents and I asked, okay, so students are asking, what's going on? What answer do I give? So my dad tells me, just tell them she's okay and she's undertaking medication, she will be better.
Okay. And
that answer seems to now calm everybody down, and things went back to normal. And we went on with life, okay? So to answer your question, yes, it brings a lot of uncertainty. It creates tension in the family, a lot of confusion, also a lot of guilt. I think sometimes I observe that because, parents kind of think, is it our fault? And then doctors also don't usually give parents a very good explanation. They usually treat the patients just like a patient. I observe that most families are left out. They were not part of the partnership because it would have been much easier. It would have been much easier even for us, and explaining to friends and family and all that. It would have been much easier. But now there's a lot of improvement in that since that whole episode. I thought, now this has to change. I come from such a family, and because of that experience of living with a sibling who has a mental illness, then I'm in a much better place to explain, this is what is happening. It's just an illness like any other. You don't need the negativity that is shrouded in mental illnesses, because there are lots of people who are saying now she needs to go for prayers. The whole African, the Kenyan mentality that it's either it's some, they go the religious way. You have to go to the pastors and pray for them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think religion plays an important role in parents coping, in the families coping with different tragedies that happen in families. However, it is more important to be informed. Okay?
Yeah.
So it was quite a ride.
I feel you. So now, when you say your sister is a patient of psychiatry, what exactly is the disease for someone who's listening?
Okay, so she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. So, schizophrenia is one of the many mental illnesses that are there, because there are plenty.
What are some of the symptoms of schizo?
Okay, so from my observation as a sibling is sometimes when she is not on medication, say she has relapsed, there is a lot of irritability, lack of sleep, a lot of talking, there's also a lot of restlessness, also a lot of hallucination at times. So those are the symptoms that I have observed. But when because of the years of living with her and now managing, because it's it's usually cyclic. Meaning that if for example you have mental illness and you're not, for example, taking medication, because I advocate for medication, but also let it not be the only thing that is going on in the family. There are other things that can help this person to manage this condition. So as they're taking medication, there are other things that you can do to help this person understand what this disease is. Explain to them that, it's just an illness like any other and we are there for you. Showing them love and understanding, creating that environment of no fear, like, you're still my sister, you're still my family, and we're with you.
Yeah.
As much as sometimes it's scary, but, we needed that.
True story. So now, from your sister's experience from when she's like around 12, 13 years old, and you were saying to me that she did go back to school after that first diagnosis. What happened throughout now the teenage years? Was she in high school? A homeschool? Like, what happened?
Yeah, okay. So I also forgot to mention that my mother is a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we realized that, okay, now the situations have changed, life is about adjusting. You adjust, you don't get stuck there. So like, okay, since first of all, she's a girl. And then going back to school, we thought there was a lot of fear. I told you that mental illness also causes a lot of uncertainty and fear and, all those emotions in the family.
Yeah.
And so since my mother is a retired teacher, we thought, okay, she could just stay at home and continue with her education. Although, since she loved going to school and she has always had that experience of going to school, and now this has brought an abrupt stop to what she used to know. It's kind of saddened her, and you could feel like, how come I don't go back to school? And we try to explain that, things have changed.
Yeah.
This condition has brought a lot of adjustments, and it's because of ABCD. And yes, she understands. Sometimes she gets frustrated because she has friends. She used to ask about those friends. Sometimes we forget that these children and these people have feelings. People put that aside, and it's a bit sad. So to answer you, she's always been going through what's it called?
Homeschooling.
Homeschooling, yes.
Okay.
We even wanted to register her to do examination, national examination. So we're still in that process.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
How's the family, like, okay, so let's say after the first diagnosis, because I know these are conversations that are usually so hard to have collectively. People might gather around and speak one-on-one, but like as a family, it's a very difficult conversation to have. Did you guys have that?
Yes. So now, for me, I am very bold. I thought that this conversation needs somebody to be bold. It is not easy. It is every family member is thinking about it in a different way. There's some who are thinking, okay, so is this the end of Omboy's life? Is this how are we going to go on? Thinking about the stigma in the community. So I thought myself, I'm a sociologist, and I thought, what? This is the time to have this conversation and change the way conversations have been done about mental health or mental illnesses in the country.
Yeah.
And so I talked to my mom, and I told her, as a teacher, how would you expect, for example, somebody to teach your child, since you also, she has that experience of a teacher. And all these illnesses, most of them manifest at around 14 years to 24, or during adolescence, So, and some of these things are either discovered in school, because most children spend a lot of time in school, or at home. So these what are they called, symptoms? Either people see them and fail to take action or talk about them, but like you're saying, because mostly of the stigma. And that's where the main challenge is. So people have to be bold enough not to accept, although I know for mothers it's really tough. From my research and all that, and talking with various mothers, and starting from my mom, it's most mothers who carry the burden of caring for a child in the family. So the burden falls mostly on women. And now for my mom, she had to quit her job and take care of her, because even as you hear most women talk about children living with autism or whatever mental illnesses, you will find that, first of all, the caregivers who maybe come to help with taking care of this child becomes very difficult, because it's not something they're used to. Again, the stigma is also a very big part of it. So it's traumatizing to the mothers. Mostly, they carry most of the burden. But also, I don't want to not mention fathers, because my father has also played a very big role in holding the family together. Because, we cannot talk about mental illnesses without talking about the burden of cost. Because there is the burden of cost of the resources that are needed, the medical facilities. Are you able to access this kind of facilities? First of all, most of them are not easily available, and even if they are, most of these children or people who are living with mental illnesses, most of them have difficulty in, for example, getting there. If, for example, there's somebody or a child who is relapsed, has relapsed, and they're not in the best mood. You can imagine our transport system to the facilities. It's difficult. Most of the public transportation, people are staring. People are wondering, okay, what's wrong with this person? So it's very difficult at that point. So the families go through a lot of financial, emotional, cultural situations that are very, very difficult.
Strain. And as information about your sister started getting out, maybe to the neighbors and everything, you've mentioned stigma. Did people treat you guys any differently? Did people treat her differently? Like, what happened as people started finding out?
So for me, once I started being very vocal, I was very bold at explaining to people, okay, this is it, and Wombo is like this and like this, and there was a lot of support. There was a lot of support from the families and friends, and okay, it's a difficult conversation for those who would want to ask questions. But I made it easy because I'm the one who is actually giving out this information. So most of them will come and ask questions. Most of them will. Because, for example, we take a walk with Omboy, even when she was in her zone, and we're going to stare, let them stare. Because this is our sister, this is how she is at that particular time, and, so what? What is this normal that people are talking about? This is, so I think I made the conversation a bit easier, even for family. In our family, there's a lot of understanding and a lot of love and a lot of, because she's not a different boy, she's just the same person. So I think talking about it more boldly with more information, because most of the stigmatization comes from lack of knowledge, lack of awareness. And so when people are aware, they change the way they think about stereotyping mental illnesses, stereotyping mental health, because remember, anybody can get a mental illness. Anybody can go through it. So we're not immune. And so I think with that understanding, the stigma is reducing.
I like that. I like that. How is she dealing with the situation now? You mentioned that she does understand. How is the situation right now? Is it has it been managed, or does she have periods also when she's on and off?
Okay. She's doing very well. She does her own everything. She wakes up, goes to the bathroom, does personal hygiene. She does chores in the house, washing the dishes, just the small chores that she's able to manage. She does that. She's also under medication, because it's important to understand that medication plays also a big role. There are people who can stay without medication and they're able to monitor. And they can tell you that I can feel the symptoms are coming back, and they're able to to do that. But for Amboy, we are the monitors. We are the one where family members who are close to her are able to see, okay, she's becoming irritable and all that. But she's under medication, like the last 2 months. We've been given, so we go to in Nakuru, there's the PGH, the Provincial General Hospital.
Yeah.
There's a psychiatrist clinic with very good doctors. And we take her once in a while.
Okay.
They have very good services, yes.
Okay. So let me ask before we finish this off. Is schizophrenia, is it a hereditary disease?
Okay, so it's more of it's not a hereditary disease. It's a chemical
imbalance.
Gene imbalance. Yeah. Let me. I don't want to. I might misquote what it really is, but it is just an illness. For example, like for a boy, what for the conversations that we have had with doctors is that for her, when she was a little girl, she fell down. She was taken by one of our house helps to go and buy something. We used to live in Madaraka, and so while they were crossing the road, they were nearly hit by a vehicle. So during that time, the house help who was carrying on boys so that they can hurry up and get whatever groceries, she fell on the hard tarmac and hit her head.
Damn.
Yes. Yes. So I think from there is when
when the imbalance began.
Yes. I think she hit her head and nobody noticed because they were taken to hospital, Kenyatta Hospital, and then they were discharged. And from that time, I think things have been going on. Something can be going on inside an organ and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, true.
And so the manifestation started happening slowly but surely. Yes.
Okay. I understand. Now we're still in Mental Health Awareness Month. Last week was Mental Health Week, and the theme has been kindness. So as we just finish this off, I'd want to know from you maybe some of the ways that people can be kind to each other during this period, that we're not physically meeting each other to show our concerns in person. And everyone is kind of going crazy because of the virus and the pandemic. Everyone is just trying to keep it together. What are some of the tips that you could say that maybe someone could use?
Yeah, especially right now, kindness actually is key, because you might think somebody is okay. Just give a shout out, call somebody, send an SMS, send a WhatsApp message. It really helps to receive a warm, kind message like, hey, I know you've been quiet, but are you good? Somebody might not be able to respond, but at least you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
And with time, they will respond if they're able to. The people who have lost a lot of jobs, if you're able to help out, send an M-Pesa or give food items, that will be really, really awesome. I know we have a limit of visiting one another, but just using social media, reach out to people.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. It does go a very long way.
For sure, man. Where can people check you out on social?
Okay, so on social media, we have a page called Beautiful Minds Organization. They can also reach me as Njeri Njoroge on Facebook, on Twitter. It's Hadassah_26. Throw a DM, write on my wall, just say hi, and look, let's keep this conversation going.
Amen.
Because as much as it's Mental Health Awareness Month, mental health continues on and on.
Yeah, true story.
It's a roller coaster of life.
Yes,
roller coaster of life. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, Njeri.
Karibu sana.
It's the messenger.
Talk about dark days. Nimeamka na hangover na dunga dark shades, trying to hide my black face, I must say. Nimetoka kukimbizana kwa hii rat race. We in the last days, not talking about revelation, but a revolution, a solution to mental